Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Transcendent Kismet. I have not recorded, I think, since the year started. So, I do believe in perfect divine timing, and this is obviously the time that I was meant to record this video. So, I am energetically connected to all those who are meant to find this video. I am energetically connected to be of service and provide counsel to those who are called to my videos. I am going to be doing this reading today on what do I need? What can I do to heal? That's the topic of this pick a card. And I'm going to show you the decks that we're using. Of course, the timestamps will be below. And thank you so much for tuning in. For those who are meant to come across this video, how can I heal? If you are coming across this video, there is something that you need to heal. And I am open to the messages from spirit, from guides, ancient ancestors, and angels, to helping those in the collective to know what they need to do to heal. I found this wonderful self-care wellness deck. Take time to make your soul happy. Really nice messages in that one. My Crow Tarot, which is dedicated to my channel and providing beautiful images with this Crow Tarot deck. This is the standard tarot. They use the crow symbolisms. The crow is my spirit animal, one of my spirit animals. African Goddess Rising by Abiola Adams. Love this deck. This is still a pretty new deck for me. I've only had it since November, which is new considering, because I've had this particular deck, the Energy Oracle cards. I've had this deck for 4 years, about 4 or 5 years. So I've had this one for a while. And I also have another new deck, The Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras, written by Alison Denicola. Beautiful. The artwork is beautiful. I just got this deck last week, so I'm really excited about that one too. So we will get intuitive messages. We have several crystals here that we will use. I'm going to do 4 piles, and I'm going to shuffle here on screen for these 4 piles. And you guys can pick which stone you're drawn to after I set the piles up. So I'm going to start with the tarot deck. So we're going to start with the advice from the crow. Now, as I pull this deck out from the box, the card on the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. So we have the Hierophant already starting the reading. So we know we are connecting with higher energy, knowing that these are major. If you're clicking on this reading, the healing advice is major because we already have the major arcana charging the reading, and the Hierophant is kind of the bigwig of spiritual advice. You know, the Hierophant and the High Priestess together are the spiritual advisors to reconnect you with your spiritual knowing. So we're going to do a shuffle here. Let's knock out the energy. Okay. And I'm actually going to do some sound healing too. I have my drum here for my bookcase, so I'll bring some drumming in. Yeah, I said I was going to stop saying so much. I need to work on that speech impediment that I have used as a crutch for many, many, many years. But I don't need that crutch. So it's important to just take a breath. And I have unblocked my throat chakra for about 3 years now. So it is pretty recent, but it's pretty powerful to be able to speak your mind and speak your truth and own your speech, your truth, your version of your truth and authenticity, and speaking it from your heart, not with the intent to hurt anyone, but the intent to heal yourself and bring yourself to the highest level. So that also is a message for someone. So We've done a shuffle here. We're going to set up the piles. I'm going to do 2 tarot cards per pile. Okay, that one pulled 3 for some reason, so let's shuffle again before we do the 4th pile. Okay, so that's the tarot. So it'll be cool to see what your piles are getting. I'm excited too. So next we're going to go with the African Goddess Rising. Underneath the deck, as soon as I pull it out of the box, is Oshun, Fearless Love. So we have the Hierophant, we have Oshun charging our reading, our collective reading for all piles. So we are charged to love fearlessly, tuning into our highest, most important energy field, our masculine energy, and loving fearlessly, not holding back. So let's do a shuffle here and knock some of the old energy out for this new reading. Spirit, help me to resonate, help me to connect energetically with all those who are meant to find this video. Help me to provide the guidance that is needed for those who click on this video. This is a timeless read. So we're going to do 1 card for each from the African goddesses. Let's see which goddess comes forth for each pile. Okay, so that's it for the goddesses. I have my shelf now. And now we're going to do the energy oracle cards. Okay, so we have, as I pull it out of the deck, already we have walking away. So we have Oshun, the Hierophant, walking away as the energy overall for all four piles. So those who click on this read may be dealing with relationship issues or walking away from organizations and things that are stifling their growth and your growth and development. So that's what's already coming forth. Let's clear the old energy. But we have full intention because we know there's no such thing as coincidence, and the messages that you are meant to receive, you will receive. So again, I am energetically connected with all those who are meant to get the counsel and advice from my channel and from this reading. This is a timeless read, and asking to be of service to Spirit and to ancient ancestors, guides, and angels, providing insight. We're going to do 2 cards from the energy oracle deck for the piles. Okay. And we're going to do take time to make your soul happy. And under this deck, I will be a magnet for ideas. Okay. So we're going to do a shuffle here. So this deck is like a personal deck, and it's really cool. It's a great gift. Again, I found this deck, believe it or not, at a store called Five Below here in South Florida, but they have Five Belows everywhere. And I just think it's really cool because they also have like little self-care things to write on the back, almost like a journal. But we're going to use it for the reading because there are some great affirmations on here for whatever healing message you're supposed to get. So I'm just going to shuffle here, and then we're just going to do 1 affirmation for each pile. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And last but certainly not least, my new deck, Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras. This one I will be reading from the book as well as the African Goddess. The Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras, it's a new deck. So I'm going to read some of the descriptions, okay? So let's do a shuffle here as we dedicate this deck for this particular reading. And we're doing one card each from this deck. Beautiful deck. I want to do a reading just with this deck. So that's going to be coming up at some point. Okay, so the decks are all set. Now let's pick the crystals and then we will have our card selection. So I'm going to pull this book out. My new deck. Okay. So we have some crystals here. Now, pile one, I have these two beautiful labradorites. These are untumbled raw labradorites. All right, this is pile one, okay? And I'm going to pull back after a while so you can see the piles and not just the stones. But pile two will be the tiger's eye. This is raw untumbled tiger's eye will be pile two. Okay. And then we have the Amazonite for pile three. The Amazonite. Okay. And I actually need another crystal because I brought duplicate crystals. So I'm going to use another one. Let's see. Pile four. You will get this very large amethyst colored geode as your crystal for those who choose pile four. So I'm gonna pull back so you can see the piles to make your selection. All right. So we have here, I'll put this up here. All right, here are your piles. So we have, again, pile one here, the raw labradorite. Pile two, the tiger's eye. Pile three, Amazonite. And pile four, the amethyst geode. So for those who are visual, you can look at the crystals and make your selection. Okay, and then now we're going to begin. So let's move this here. I'm going to show the cards as I pull them. So we're going to start with pile one. And let's see what cards we have here for pile one. So we have, okay, for the tarot, we have the Six of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, okay. We have from the African goddess Mojaji, we have Caring Connection from the angels, and Patience. You see, those are from the angels, the energy oracle deck. So we also have from my new deck, Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras, Wolf, communication. Notice your ability to convey ideas through words and expression. And then the affirmation for pile 1, I deserve time to recharge. Okay, so let's see what message we have here. So we have the Six of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Now, from the African Goddesses deck, that's a newer deck for me too. So I'm going to see what the book says here for Mojaji. Manifestation. Okay, manifestation, patience, caring connection. I deserve time to recharge, Queen of Pentacles. The message that I'm getting here is having the wolf, number 28, communication. Now, this is just what I'm getting as far as a message. I'm not reading from the book yet. This is from the Infinite Wisdom. But looking at this wolf is connected with your manifestation. So you are manifesting by conveying your ideas. There's some ideas that you have that you are beginning to communicate to the world, and that's how you will continue to heal. Okay? As you begin to recognize that you have a gift in communications, whether it's a writing gift, whether you're a public speaker, whether you are a teacher, you have the ability to convey ideas and communicate them clearly and in a way that is a gift, okay? And that will help you to manifest the healing that you want and need to make for your other manifestations to come true, okay? Now, the Queen of Pentacles and I deserve time to recharge. So your healing may have something to do with, you've been so focused on money. You've been very focused on your paper and working and being abundant and not having a lack mentality and not having a poverty thinking mentality, and, you know, being in your Queen of Pentacles energy, but it's out of balance because you're not taking the time to recharge. And that's very important for your healing. For whatever reason, you've been pushing yourself and not being in balance with that. Okay. So it is very important for you to take time to recharge and realize that you deserve that. That's a part of your healing. If you don't feel like you deserve it, if you feel guilty for taking time out for yourself just to recharge your batteries, finding out what recharges your batteries. Is it just watching a TV show? You know, sometimes you can be so wrapped up in just learning and learning and learning, or doing and doing and doing, or reading and writing and, you know, kind of feeding your brain, that you maybe need to turn it off and just look at something silly, or just do something that is just going to recharge you in an unexpected way. Coloring in a coloring book, you know, focusing on your inner child, but understanding that you deserve that. There may be a sense of unworthiness in you that you need to heal. That's what's coming up to me, that you have a sense of unworthiness that maybe you don't feel like you deserve it. Maybe you don't feel like you've done enough to deserve the recharging that you need, but you have. Spirit is telling you that you have done enough. You do deserve this, and you need to focus on healing that sense of worthiness within you, because you are worthy and you are enough, and just being is enough. But again, as you continue to pour out your talent for communication, it will begin to build your manifestations for you. Now, in the meantime, you do have also caring connections. Be patient with these connections. You know, don't rush anything. But these connections that are coming in your life, that are popping up, these caring connections that you have in your life, whether it be friends, whoever's showing up as a caring connection on your journey is a part of your healing. So, be patient with the process. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the people that Spirit has placed in your life to help you on your healing journey. And know that it is all in line with, the perfect timing that you're supposed to have. Now, so since this is a new deck, again, my interpretation for this pile, pulling this Wolf Compassion card, is that you have a gift of communication. You have the gift to be able to relay ideas, whether written, whether verbal, whether public speaking, whether what have you, as far as communicating it, even through art. You have that gift. So I'm thinking of the number 3. Maybe you have a life path 3. Maybe you have Venus placements, Taurus, Libra. Maybe you have Pisces placements. You have the ability to Gemini. There could be some Gemini or Virgo placements where you are able to communicate things with that prominent Mercury somewhere on your chart. Now let's see what it says about the Wolf card in the book, because this is a brand new deck and I want to see what the writer put in here to communicate as far as this card. So the number on the card is 28. So the number 9 should be significant for you, pile 1. Okay. And again, this is a timeless read. So whenever you click on this read, this is for you. So we have 28, the Wolf. First of all, this is beautiful. And I love how also there's a moon over the wolf, howling at the moon. Maybe you should howl at the moon. I've done it. That's how I kicked off my channel. And I love it. I love howling at the moon. It's something that releases inside of you when you do it. You tap into your inner energy, your inner animal. Now, it says, wolf is the teacher of communication in the world of animal totems. There are many misconceptions about the wolf's actual size, ferocity, and inclination to fight. Through its use of body, facial, and vocal expression, the wolf is able to convey its state of mind and its intentions. Through varied vocal calls like howling, growling, barking, and even whimpers, this creature is ready to bring voice to their actions, not only using sound, but also stance, tail position, and stare. The wolf communicates clearly. This four-legged animal has many gifts to share in relationship to the human energy system. As communicators blessed with speech, sound is the vibration that we send out into the world on a daily basis. Nature calls us to realize our unique power as we are blessed with many levels of ability. Ashe, the power of wolf encourages you, pile 1, to examine your own levels and tendencies regarding communication. This medicine speaks not only to your vocal communication, but also the physical body language you use in expressing yourself. If you need assistance in refining your daily communications, pay attention to the sounds you make regarding words. Your words are powerful and set the tone for your interaction. And like I said from this reading, your words are powerful and literally you're manifesting what you speak. So be careful what you're speaking, because this is a part of your healing, to be conscious of the words that you speak. It says if you have difficulty expressing your ideas or feelings, follow Wolf's lead and use all of your powers of communication, eye contact, gestures, posture, and open heart to convey your truth. As a communicator out in the world, you are being invited to refine your particular channel through this message, which may be connected to artistic, creative, or interpersonal development. And I said that. So feel Wolf by your side, pile 1, encouraging a greater sense of opening and freedom through communication. Envision Wolf in the throat center. Your power statement, pile 1, I trust my expression and communicate to be heard. Okay, that's a part of your healing, and that's what you need to focus on for your healing. Expressing yourself, communicating. Be careful of the words that you choose, taking time to recharge. Okay, so that's it for pile 1. Okay, so we're going to move along to the next pile, to pile number 2. Thank you for tuning in. So those who chose pile 2, the Tiger's Eye, thank you for tuning in. Once again, I am Transcendent Kismet. I am energetically connected to all those who click on this video. I am of service by spirit, by ancient ancestors, angels, guides, spirit. I am of service to provide counsel to you by use of the cards that we have here. If you want to know what the decks that we have, you have to watch the beginning of the video. And I go into the, setting up the decks and the different decks that I use. And basically, I have a couple of new decks. The Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras. I just got this deck last week, so I will be reading from the book as well as getting intuitive understanding of the cards. Okay, so we're going to pull out your cards and see. So pile 2, the Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is a great stone for your solar plexus chakra. So this is having to do with confidence. Pile 2, are you healing your confidence? Is your confidence low? Do you doubt yourself? Are you maybe you don't have the best self-talk. Maybe you don't speak positively and lovingly to yourself. Maybe you are hard on yourself. Tiger's Eye is a great stone to help with that. Get some Tiger's Eye, carry it in your pocket, in your purse, put it in your bra. I put it in my bra. But, keep that energy close to help begin to heal. So let's see what message of healing that spirit has for you. Okay, those who click on this. So we have the Queen of Swords. We have the 8 of Wands. Okay. We have Desire from the African Goddess deck. Ngame, Desire. Okay. So we have Desire. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the 8 of Wands. Okay. Ashe. Now we also have the Angel of Love from the Angel deck, from the Energy Oracle, and Appreciation. Okay. The affirmation for your self-care and healing: I will not look back, only forward. Okay. And then from this new deck, the Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras, we have card number 29, Saraswati, Creative Expression. Use your creative gifts and exploration as a way to expand and grow. Look at the artwork on that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. So, pile 2. So once again, working on your esteem. Now, we have the Queen of Swords here. And the message that I'm getting, again, choosing the Tiger's Eye, is pile 2. Again, Queen of Swords can be very cutting with her words. The Queen of Swords is a truth teller. She is very logical. She's not very emotional. She cuts right to the chase and has an amazing sense of clarity, which is great in areas where you need to use judgment, in areas of business and, scientific process and things of that nature. But if you are not speaking lovingly to yourself, if you are using a sword and you're cutting your own self, that is something that you need to heal by learning to connect with the Angel of Love, okay? And having some appreciation for yourself. So the healing message for you, pile 2, is to do a gratitude list, a self-gratitude list, to begin to write the things down or record the things that you like about yourself, to balance out some of the self-criticism and to balance out a lot of the self-criticism that you may go through in your head and subconsciously is probably connected to past decisions that you've made, things that you've done in the past that you regret, okay? Because another way of healing this could be, you're a very creative person. You're a person who's very creative, and finding a way to get a creative outlet is also going to be very healing for you, so that you can start to heal the parts of you that feel the need to be so self-critical. of your past. You need to forgive your past. You need to move forward. I will not look back, only forward. The past is gone. You can't do anything about the past. You can only look forward to the future. But if you still have the same negative self-talk and you still have the same negative mindset towards yourself, you will still be bringing that same self into the future. The only way to change that is to change the way that you talk to yourself. You need to love yourself. We have here the 8 of Wands. So there's something in your life that's happening really quickly. Things are moving quickly with something in your life right now. And you do have to use good judgment. So maybe you're fearful because you think of how in the past things move quickly and you didn't handle it well. But again, you are not that person anymore, and you are focused on healing. You clicked on this reading because you want to heal and you want to do things better and differently. You want to grow from the experiences that you've had. So you have to trust that you are growing, okay? Again, you want to do gratitude. You want to have appreciation, okay? And appreciation and gratitude starts with yourself, okay? You have to start appreciating who you are and the things that you've done. Okay, you can work with the angels of love. Your angels love you. Work with the angels of love to help you appreciate and love yourself. Because I'm not even going to talk about relationships or partnerships or any of that other stuff, because love begins at home. How can you love anyone else if you don't love yourself? How? How is that possible? If you are not experiencing love within yourself first, how are you able to pour it out if you don't even understand the mechanics of what your love even feels like? What does your love feel like to yourself? If your experience of your own love doesn't feel good, then even if you think you're showing love to someone else, it doesn't feel good, because it starts with you, right? It's like if you cook a meal and you taste it and it's, it tastes bad, and you're going to give it to other people and think it tastes good. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to taste test your own love, right? And again, you have something that's coming up that's moving pretty quickly, but trust yourself. Trust that you've changed and that you're going to do and step up to be what you need to be, okay? Work on expressing your creativity more and then taking pride in that. That's also going to help you heal, because you're going to be able to see your talents and be proud of yourself and be proud of the things that you're creating, okay? And the past is gone. Now, we also have desire. So there's something that you desire as well. And you're living in the past and beating up on yourself is blocking this desire. Look at this beautiful goddess. She's beautiful. You see her connection to spirit there? That's blocked. You're blocking that. If you want to unblock that, to reach your desires, to achieve your desires, to get to this point, this is you. This is you. You can reach this. You can reach this beautiful level of connection that she has there. You see her crown chakra is all lit up, but that's going to take you removing the blocks, moving forward from the past, growing, appreciating yourself, having gratitude for the changes that you've made, forgiving yourself for past mistakes, loving yourself, and realizing that love starts at home, okay? And friendship and love starts with how you talk to yourself. What are the words that you say to yourself in your head? Do you do affirmations, and then as soon as you face anything that doesn't look like your version of perfection or your version of having it together, you tear yourself down? That is blocking the desires that you have. So that is the advice I have for pile 2, the advice from Spirit for your healing, what you need to work on. Okay, I will not look back, I will look forward. Okay, so thank you so much for clicking on the read. I do wish you lots of healing and lots of growth. And thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We're moving along now to pile number 3 with the Amazonite. Okay, Amazonite stone. This stone is a stone that has to do with expression, obviously, but with truth and honesty and harmony. So sometimes truth and honesty does not cause harmony. So this stone is really important because not everyone wants to face the truth. In fact, most people don't want to face the actual truth. But this takes the truth and softens it so that it's not harsh, but it is still the truth, and it is something that needs to be faced in a way that's harmonious and not disruptive or too aggressive. So let's go to your deck here. Those who chose pile 3, thank you for tuning in. I did the card selection at the beginning so you can see the cards that were the decks that I used, and you can watch that beginning and then fast forward. I did the whole shuffle and pile selection and cards at the beginning. I do have a new deck, the Infinite Wisdom of the Chakras, that I really like. I just got that deck like 2 weeks ago. No, like last week actually. So let's see what cards you have. All right, for pile 3, what healing does Spirit say that you need? Thank you, Spirit. Please use me as a channel to provide the healing counsel needed for those who I am energetically tied to resonate with for this particular reading. This is a timeless reading. We have the Tarot here. So your Tarot cards, you actually had 3. That's right. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. You have the Nine of Cups. Nice. And you have the Five of Swords. Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay. You have Marie Laveau from the African Goddesses deck. Nice. You have the World. Okay. You have a woman holding a heart. Okay. And the World card, this is from the Energy Oracle deck. We have, I am becoming the best version of myself. Okay. And then from my new deck, the Infinite Wisdom, we have card number 30, Sky Messenger, Freedom. Let go of restrictions and set yourself free. Pile 3. Let go of restrictions and set yourself free. Ashe. I am becoming the best version of me. The World, the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, Marie Laveau. Yes, a woman holding a heart. Okay. Okay. Pile 3, you are healing your ability. You are healing not standing up for yourself. In the past, you let a lot of things slide. You have a big heart, pile 3. You are a very caring person. And you let a lot of things slide because you're so caring and you're so compassionate and you're so empathetic, that in the past you let a lot of things slide, but you are learning how to stand up for yourself in a way that is not disharmonious, but still speaks the truth and still speaks honestly about your needs and expressing your needs and your wants in a way where there's win-win scenarios. And that's something that you are healing and will continue to heal. Okay. Because you've settled for less in the past. You know, the Knight of Pentacles, you're learning to build up your pentacles. It's a knight. It's not the queen. It's not the king, but it's not a page either. Okay. You are on your journey to your self-worth. Okay. You're still healing your self-worth. You're still healing your ability to speak up for yourself because you deserve the world. You are after the world. You have a place in the world and you deserve the world because we have the Nine of Cups here. The Nine of Cups is about treating yourself, indulging in the luxuries that you've worked for. It's a card of independence too. It's about a woman who has created her own garden and she's going and eating the fruit in her garden that she planted and created that is now blossoming. So that is part of your healing. Part of your healing is to enjoy these things that you have built and you deserve because you are becoming the best version of yourself. That's what you're doing. You're doing that by doing your self-care, by knowing your worth, by knowing that you deserve the world, by standing up for your beliefs and your convictions, standing behind your belief in yourself, You also have good karma because again, you are a very caring person. You have a big heart. You're a woman holding a heart. You're someone who cares. You're someone who's empathetic and compassionate. You are still that person, but you continue to heal the part of you that felt like you needed to set yourself on fire to keep those you loved or cared about warm. You are healing the part of yourself that knows that you don't need to do that. Okay? You don't need to do that. Now, Sky Messenger, freedom. You are setting yourself free. You're letting go of restrictions and you're setting yourself free from the belief that to be kind meant that you needed to be nice. Being nice and being kind are not the same thing. And your healing journey is realizing that being nice and being kind are not the same thing. You don't always have to be nice, because being nice does not necessarily mean that you are being kind. Kindness has more to do with empathy, with doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. Kindness has to do with, assisting with a detachment, not out of codependency. Okay? So continue to stand up for yourself. Continue to fight for what you know to be right as well in the world too, because there are injustices that maybe you never spoke up about, never took a stance for, but you are also, you're changing that. You're taking a stand for things that you want to see change in the world, things that you know you can take a stand for. Maybe before you sat on the fence, again, not standing up for yourself and then not standing up for others. Whereas now part of your healing, pile 3, is taking a stand for the things that you want to see changed in the world and setting yourself free and setting others free by taking a stand for them and advocating for them as well, because you have the experience, you've been through it, you can speak to it because of the way you're building your own self-esteem back up. So that's all I have for pile 3. And great advice from Spirit. Take that advice. You do deserve the world, and you are continuing to become the best version of yourself. And you know that. You know that you're becoming the best version of yourself. You feel good. You're finally proud of yourself, pile 3. And that's great. You should be. So that's what you want to continue to work on for your healing journey, pile 3. Ashe, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. We are moving along to pile number 4 now. Okay. Those who chose this amethyst geode, this beautiful amethyst geode here, thank you for tuning in. I have the cards, the decks that I used in the beginning of the video. If you bypass that and you want to see the decks that I use, you can watch that and then click back to the timestamp for pile 4. But I do have the tarot, and I have some new decks that I have selected as well. But we're going to jump right into your reading. So for the tarot cards, we have the 2 of Cups. Pile 4, we have the Hanged Man. Okay. We have from the goddess, African goddess Tituba. Tituba, feeling safe. We have the Healer of the Ages. Okay, which is great for pile 4 because this is a reading about what healing do you need? What do you need to do to heal? And we have the Healer of the Ages. We have Woman Holding a Coin. The affirmation is, I have so much to offer the world. Okay, pile 4. You guys have a calling. And Fish Pose, release. Surrender to your higher self and release all judgments. Ashe. Look at the artwork on that. Okay. Pile 4. Fish Pose, release. The Healer of the Ages, your affirmation, I have so much to offer the world. Feeling safe. The 2 of Cups, the Hangman, woman holding a coin. Pile 4, you are healing trust issues. You have been let down a lot in life and in people, and you don't feel safe in the world. You don't feel safe in the world. You just want to kind of stay in your own little bubble and stay in your own little hole, in your own little world, and you just don't feel safe. And that needs to heal, because the fact of the matter is you are safe. You have so much to offer the world. You have a calling. Look at this. Healer of the ages. It looks like Jesus, and what a great Yeshua, what a great example he chose when he followed his path for what he was here to do. Now, using him as an example, he was betrayed, but he also rose above that because he knew that he was here to heal the world. So pile 4, you have a healing gift. You have a lot to offer the world. Surrender. Surrender to your higher self and release all judgments. So maybe the person or situation that hurt you deserves your judgment. Okay? The only person that you're imprisoning is not them or the situation. It's not that situation. It's yourself. It's yourself staying in your little bubble. Okay? Because there are people who do love you, that are connected to you, that you have connections to, you have soul ties you to, that are just harmonious and beautiful. Okay? But you are holding back. You're holding back on those connections, and you're holding back and staying in your bubble. And your healing is surrendering, accepting what is, accepting the world that we live in has both good and bad experiences, but you can take that fear and surrender it and trust. Surrendering is trusting. It's like the energetic flow of life is when you just kind of, just like in the pool or in the ocean, you just kind of lay back and just float. Just be, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. Just let it go. Because, and I know it's easier said than done. Because it's scary. No one wants to be hurt again. No one wants to deal with all the scary things that are in the world. But there are also some beautiful things in the world. There are beautiful connections. There are plenty of situations and people that are safe. They're safe for you to open up and surrender to. They're safe for you to be around and experience. And you can call in Jesus. You can call him in as a healer as well. Call in spirit. Call in your angels. You can take yourself down off that tree. Now that you have a new perspective, part of your healing is now using that perspective and the things that you've learned while you've been in your little bubble, while you've been incubating with the things that you've been afraid of. Now that you can find the courage by surrendering, by just accepting and trusting in your journey, trusting that you are here for a purpose, trusting that you have so much to offer the world, and no, the world is not going to experience it by you staying in your bubble and not coming out to share your gifts and share the things that you've learned and connect with people who are hurting like you, to together find the courage to face the world again and see the beautiful things in the world going forward. So that is your message, pile 4. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. And I look forward to providing more counsel and guidance for you on your journey. Ashe.